Hello and welcome to your Mystic Monday mashup for the week of September 3rd through the 9th. So just in case you missed the Mystic Monday mashup back of card post on my Instagram at Shea this week, take a deep breath, meditate on your week ahead and the wishes that you have for it, and select from the following 3 cards. So now that you've made your selection, either left, middle, or right, say out loud to the universe what your selection was. This creates a contract with yourself and with the cards so that whenever you hear the reading, it's authentically your own and you don't second guess that that was intended for you. All right, and now on to this week's cards. This week's cards were selected from the Star Child Tarot. If you picked card number 1, the card to the left of the screen, this week's card for you is the 6 of Wands. So congratulations, the 6 of Wands is all about being rewarded for your efforts. You are finding that your accomplishments are finally being recognized, and it doesn't mean that it's the end of your journey. You are far from done with your passion project, but this is a week to really sit back and absorb the positive accolades that are coming your way. A lot of times when we're working towards a goal, we have a tendency to kind of disregard the praise that people give us. And this is just human nature. We tend to focus more on the bad than the good, and we tend to kind of brush off and try to be modest about compliments that people give us. And I encourage you that if that's your personality or your default setting, this week put that to the side and really let yourself absorb and take in the compliments that are being given to you. So every time you have a compliment, rather than brushing it off, take a moment to really recognize what's being said. Recognize that this person had no obligation whatsoever to say something positive to you, so there was something within your work or within what you're doing that has triggered them to send you praise. And really allow that to be absorbed into your soul and into your efforts. Because this is the midpoint of your journey, so you're going to need this praise, these accolades, the rewards that are coming your way to refuel yourself and replenish yourself for the remainder of your journey. So if you don't absorb these compliments and this praise and really take it in, you may run out of steam sooner than you would have if you took a moment to just sit back and really appreciate that you are being recognized for your efforts. And also recognize that all of this creative energy has come from connecting to your highest self, to connecting to the most authentic version of you. So take some time to do that this week as well, whether it be meditation, journaling, whatever it is that you do to really connect to who you truly feel inside. Do that so that you can give that part of you your own appreciation and praise for how far it's taken you thus far. If you pick card number 2 from this week's selection, your card for this week is the 4 of Swords. So the 4 of Swords indicates that there might be a lot going on around you this week. There's a little bit of chaos, maybe a little bit of turmoil, but this is your opportunity to become the eye of the storm. The 4 of Swords is a really strong card, in my opinion, where you find that internal stillness, that place within you that can weather whatever storm is sent your way. And that's found by connecting to yourself and connecting to a place of stillness in your life more often. So if you've been finding that your daily routine lately includes a lot of hectic pace and a lot of split focus, in our modern world, we have a tendency to be on our phones and talking to people and doing things that make us feel like we're in 5 places at once. This is a week to really kind of calm some of that down and unplug for a little bit. Disconnect from the social media, disconnect from the outside world, even if it's just for an hour, 1 or 2 nights a week, where you let yourself find stillness. If you meditate, that is a great way to find that calm within the eye of the storm. But if you don't, simply sitting back, taking a breath, enjoying a cup of tea without any sort of media going on around you, or reading a good book is a really good way to come back to that internal state of stillness. And as you do that, the more you do that, the easier you'll find that the chaos around you is to handle. So if you start to feel overwhelmed, carve out that time. Find that internal state of stillness and know that that is your greatest superpower, to be able to disconnect from the outside world and recalibrate how you feel from the inside out. If you selected the third card or the card to the right of the screen this week, you have selected the High Priestess. The High Priestess is one of my favorite cards because it's a very mystical card. It's sort of the card that I think any tarot reader or healer or intuitive can relate to, because it's a very intuitive card, it's a very connected card. It's a card of tapping into that internal state of magic and the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want. So the High Priestess is the female equivalent of the Tarot's Magician. So you are just as magical this week as a magician, as someone who is creating alchemy with the world around them. So take that in, but also recognize that a lot of this magic, a lot of this intuition comes from a place of stillness. So that is the contrast between the High Priestess and the Magician. The Magician is about action, about show, about a sleight of hand. The High Priestess is about stillness, about meditation, and about connecting to the internal state and that little voice within you that's guiding you in the right direction. So this week is a great week for you High Priestesses to sit down and create a list of your potential manifestations. Whatever it is that you want to call into your life, emotionally, physically, whether it be abundance, career, relationships, sit down and make a list of things that would be really fun to have in your existence. And make sure that there is an element of fun, because a lot of times when we think of manifestations, we will go towards our responsibilities. We'll want to get a good career, a good home, lots of money, but ultimately those things aren't going to excite your soul the way that some of the more frivolous things might. So if there are gifts that you want to give yourself or you want the universe to give you, write those down on this list. Just things that are on your internal wish list that would be really exciting to see called into your life. These are really great manifestations for the week, and recognize that just writing them down is setting the intention, but then the more that you can picture these items in your life, the more that you can recognize how you feel when you have these items and start to cultivate that emotion now, the more that that emotion creates a magnet for experiences that mirror back more of that energy to you. So manifestations are always, always, always about the emotion behind what you're trying to call in. So find the emotion, get honest with how that feels, and try to feel that way more often, and you will be amazed at the amazing things that get called into your life. And finally, like last week, I would like to close out with an Akashic Records reading for all who are watching, regardless of what card you picked. If you found this video, this message will be for you. So bear with me while I open the records and see what's in store for us this week. I open the records in love. I open the records in light. I open the records for the greatest good of all. I ask that all Akashic beings, guides, angels, masters, and teachers of all of us be here now. I ask that a channel of connection be established for all love, light, and healing to flow from the Akasha to us now. And I ask that all knowledge, all guidance, and all truth be here for us. The records are open in love. The records are open in light. The records are open for the greatest good of all. What is it that we need to know for the week of September 3rd through the 9th? We need to know that passion is key. Regardless of what card you pick this week, passion is at the root of what it is that you are manifesting. So whether you are the Six of Wands and you are appreciating the rewards from your passions and the pursuit of those things, it's still going to be your key moving forward to stay connected to what made you start this project in the first place. And if you are the Four of Swords and you are trying to sort of cultivate a stillness with the chaos around you, connect to your passions, connect to the things that light you up. And the more that you can do that on your own and outside of social media, the more stillness and the more restoration you'll find for your soul. And if you are the High Priestess, you are a magnet for your passionate manifestations. So really get honest about the things that light you up so that you can draw more of that experience to you. Meditate on the imagery of fire to really feel what ignites your soul. Maybe light a candle for your passions. Place it in the fame corner of your room, which is directly straight on to the center wall of your entryway to your home. And allow that to draw more attention to you. for following your passions and completing your dreams. I hope that these readings have served you well. If you would like more tarot, either an Akashic reading, a tarot reading via email, or a 2018 tarot scope, you can head over to michelleshaywalker.com/tarot and order those now. And as always, if you like this video, they happen every week, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, share it with your friends. Show me a little love and I'll continue to send it back tenfold.